Howdy, folks. We should be live. It is Sunday, August 27th, I think, and welcome to another edition of the Sunday Night Stumbles. This is just the second one in August, and it will be the last as well. And I see Jeanette Morales in the chat, Sheena Roberts, Jay Smith, Jennifer Gala, Anthony Armada, Brad Palmer, Estelle, a.k.a. CityWalks3216, Marge, PGH, Kevin Hawthorne, Wesley, Marie Palmer, Gordon Freeman, Stephen Collins, Mark D., and everyone else. Mark S. Thank you. Colette is here as well. Thank you for joining in. PJH, Aunt Barb. One more name I haven't seen, and then we're done. As my phone lights up like a Christmas tree just as I start. Oh, I'm getting a notification that I'm live now. I love it when YouTube does that. I guess no one new wants. Oh, Vivian Johnson, Jonathan Franzen, Janelle York. Janelle or yeah, I'm terrible at names. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. This will be a little bit of a lower key stumbles. I know I say that a lot, but I really mean it. As you can see above my head there, it is 19 degrees Celsius, and I do not have any beer at all in the fridge. But what I do have is this Beefeater London Dry Gin. I have yet to... I had a few bottles of gin, actually, I haven't cracked open. I've still got a bottle of Macallan Scotch over there, and I've got some other drinks as well, but we're gonna go with this. I do not have tonic, Aunt Barb, but I've got the next best thing. I've got this. So we're gonna have a gin and Pepsi Zero. Have I ever had that? I don't know, but I asked Alexa if they mix, and she assured me that this is not a weird thing to do. So into, I don't know, you're supposed to put like a shot. That's seems like a pretty average pour to me. Janelle, I need to send you some Caribbean drinks. Oh, please do. Mulder says hi. Hello, Mulder. Jenny K says, drink it straight. I do not have any ice cubes. Well, I have ice cubes, but the problem is they've been in there for a very long time, which means they've been soaking up a lot of the grossness of my fridge. I'm just going to assume it mixed. Stephen Collins says bubbly would be a pretty good choice as well. Well, we're going with a gin and Pepsi Zero. So cheers to everyone out there in Stumbles Land, and those of you not in Stumbles Land, go fuck yourself. Just kidding. Cheers to everyone out there. That is not bad. That is actually pretty good. I'm not getting those gross aspartame effects that you often get when you mix like a diet. This Pepsi Zero is all right to mix, in my humble little opinion. Click here to check in for your vehicle pickup. Cerium 398, no beer and no tonic water. Oh, Johnny, get this man some Red Stripe and some Grace Ginger beer. Cerium 398, thank you so much. Cheers to you. No beer, no tonic water, no problem. We're making it work. Thank you, guys. So I've rented a car. I just was tooling around on their website, and I managed to upgrade my rental car. So this week I'm going away for a few nights. I don't know streaming plans, video plans. I'm going to bring my gear. If I'm able to make some stuff and do a live stream, I will. I should have the car with me. I should have the car with me on Thursday, so I'm going to probably make some Toronto driving videos on Thursday. I rented it for 3 days. I only needed it for 2, but I rented it for 3. I don't know if I'm going to do a driving live stream. No promises, guys, but I'm getting away for a few days in the middle of the week. I've already got 5 videos lined up and ready to go. I still need to do like the thumbnail and the title, the fun part, But the hard part is all done. They're filmed, they're edited, they're uploaded. So that is good to go. And for some reason, I'm not good at remembering things, but I wanted to mention last time on the stream, I opened up a pair of like minimalist shoes and they were a tad too small. So I ordered some slightly bigger ones. And with one exception, I have worn them all week for everything I've done. Every video I've recorded and every live stream I've recorded, I've worn them. And yeah, they just like fold up like that, like minimalist shoes are supposed to. I'm getting used to them. No soreness anywhere. The feet, legs, hips, nothing. They are, you do feel everything. Like when you walk on hard surfaces, it feels kind of like you're wearing bare feet. Like it's a little jarring at first, but I've gotten used to it and I really dig them. So I'm going to see how these play out, and then I might just fancy myself a serious pair of minimalist shoes. We'll see what the next move is with that. HL says nice shoes. Yeah, the $59 Amazon shoes. Cheers. So, oh yeah, this happened. Remember? Yeah, I don't really have an itinerary for this one. We're just going to kind of meander our way through the stream. Jonathan bought a pair of Keen sandals. They last forever. I thought you said you bought Ken a pair of sandals. I was like, why are you buying Ken sandals? That's the last thing that guy needs. Just on Amazon Prime Day, I bought a mattress. Tell me, did I do something dirty? I bought a mattress for like really, really cheap, and I actually really love it. I think it's not going to last. It's just too good to be true. I paid so little, and it's like more comfortable than the Tempur-Pedic I owned. It's more comfortable than my last mattress, anything I had in Korea. It's like easily the best mattress I've ever had. Daniel says foam mattress. No, it's a coil mattress with foam on top. It's a hybrid. Anyways, I get this in the mail from them saying, congratulations, you've won a free gift. And it basically says, we need your opinion. We'll send you a free gift card. We'll provide you a 2-year warranty for the product. All I have to do is leave a review. So I did that. I left a review of the mattress I bought. And they sent me a $50 gift card, like almost right away in Gmail. Like, did they just bribe a review out of me? I don't know. I did give it a 5-star review, but I'm genuinely happy with it. I would recommend it with the caveat that I have no idea if this thing's going to develop like pits or if it's going to sag or anything like that. But yeah, I got $50 just by reviewing the mattress I bought on Prime Day, which was already like severely on sale. So, hey, I can be bought and bribed after all. So if you see me sponsoring any products on the channel, either channel from here on in, maybe I've been compromised. Janelle says, what's the cost of the mattress? It was like $320. It's already over $400 now. I bought it on Prime Day, but it's still really, really cheap. Boom Production says you got a mattress from Amazon. It's foam and you've never slept better. Yeah. I don't know if mattresses like Casper, Endy, the Lisa, if they're all like legitimately the same thing as those cheap Amazon mattresses. You're just paying for their slick marketing. I get the feeling that's the case, but I don't know. I'll let you guys know in a year or two if it's holding up. I mean, if this thing lasts 2 years for what I paid for it, it's already good. But they just gave me $50. So they basically bought my shoes. It's like, if you buy this mattress, we'll give you free shoes. That's the way I'm going to look at it. As long as those sponsorships aren't mid-rolls and can skip over them, that's fine with you. Yeah, I don't really... If I check my email, there's so many sponsors in there, sponsor offers. I just don't bother. I just don't bother. So, about a month ago, I played a video in the background of the stream. That was the directorial debut of a up-and-coming future Steven Spielberg. I think his name is actually Steven Spielbergo. He's an 8-year-old armed with a camera walking around his neighborhood. So I was sent a new video from this future superstar director. So I'm going to play that in the background. It's only like 6 or 7 minutes or so. So we'll watch that while we hang out. And then we'll get back and do some other stuff. But I wanted to play that. So I got the volume off. Let me turn the weather off. So this is from an 8-year-old in the city of Toronto. Skywalking says the Blue Jays lost. That was a very, very hard game to stomach. It was. I was out filming a video for like 4 innings of it, but it was still a tough one to stomach. Hank Hill says Johnny Jr. So they are 1 of 3 in the series. Yeah, and I think they lost the season series with the Guardians. Wesley says, what's the channel link? Do you have the channel link? I have exclusive broadcast rights to Steven Spielbergos videos. So that is what we are watching now. I don't know what street this is. It's a residential street in Toronto. We are walking in some direction, but hey, it's the Domino's guy. I think he talks right now. Okay, we're just gonna... I don't know if you heard any of that. I can't monitor the sound. I don't have my earphones on. Skywalking says, why are the New York Yankees doing so bad? How about asking SR Gotts, Stacy? We actually have a resident New York Yankee expert who's a member of the community. She's, I think, a Patreon member and a channel member, and she's got a podcast called Locked On Yankees Podcast. Locked On Yankees Podcast. And her last podcast was 2 days ago. Aaron Judge is doing everything he can to save the franchise. Boom Production says you're at the game today and you believe Danny Jansen single-handedly lost the game by getting called out going to third. I think it's the second inning and Kikuchi throws strike 3 to a batter, like down the middle in the box, clear as day, strike 3. Guess what? 4 pitches later, that batter walks because the idiot umpire called it a ball. Fast forward 2 batters and they get a home run and they get 2. I just hate the human element of officiating. Get them out of there. Get robo-umps, please. It ruins the game. This was like the worst umpire ever. I know butterfly effect. You never know what would have happened one way or the other, but that just started the game off on such a bad note. That was just a nasty way to start the game. It was like the worst missed strike call I've ever seen. It was that bad. Not to scapegoat the Jays or scapegoat the loss on the run or on the umps, but that was bad. Daniel says umpires are classic baseball. No, they're basically a mafia union controlled group. Some of them, like Laz Diaz, Angel Hernandez, like they have no... I could honestly do a better job calling balls and strikes, as could 9 out of 10 of you than them. I won't say who the one is, just to spare your feelings. Linda Jane Jackson says, I am so amazed by this 8-year-old. A thumbs up. Cheers and thumbs up to Steven Spielbergo. Our pitching was atrocious in the 9th inning. Romano was doing his... Didn't Romano pitch the 9th and then Yimi Garcia came and cleaned it up? I don't think it was that bad. And they were both kind of gassed. Anywho, I've got a few more things to talk about once this video is done, and then we will get moving along. I saw Brad Palmer and Marie Palmer were in town yesterday, and they met up with Henry and some other viewers. Anthony says no, Romano came in the top of the 8th. Didn't he stay? Maybe my innings are. I was doing stuff while that was going on. I also ordered some food I was eating. But yeah, it looks like you guys met Henry. I apologize. I wish I could have came. I had to come back to my home yesterday after I recorded my video. I had a Facebook Marketplace item to sell. Next time you are in Toronto or you know you're coming to Toronto, let me know in advance the exact date, time, and place, and I'll throw that in my calendar, and then Google will remind me. Like, I still don't know when my mom's birthday is. I'm that bad. I'm terrible at remembering stuff and dates. I've made so many promises to people and just let it slip. Not because I'm absent-minded. There's just so much going on inside this big empty ass head. So let me know and I'll be sure to make it out next time. Jennifer says that stream from Henry was epic, especially the ending. It was like the amazing race. Anthony says, Upstate New York Bob, you saw him in Henry today. Yeah, I saw Upstate New York Bob was in town. I saw him in Henry down at Love Park in one of his videos. Jonathan says Schneider is amazing. Yes, why is like our best hitter sitting out for a week solid? I hope you're not talking about John Schneider. It's kind of a... You need to put that guy... He hit like a double and they pulled him in the 8th. Naughty says, I know your birthday. I don't think I do. If I did, I've forgotten. Yeah, he says you forgot when you're... I forget. I'm so bad with dates and remembering that type of thing. Boom says Henry and Liam and Upstate New York Bob were at the game today. We met up at the hot dog teeter-totter. All right, I'm going to have to go see the end of Henry's last stream, or the stream he did yesterday with this amazing race type action. Jenny K says, my birthday is in a few days. You won't expect much? Good. Because you're not getting much, Jenny K. Let's put the glasses on. Hank Hill says, when's your birthday? It's in November. Typically, I've gone to Niagara Falls and live streamed around my birthday. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that this year, the live stream. I'll probably go out that way and see my family. But yeah, it's in November. I don't give out the exact date, but it's not that hard to figure out. Yeah, he says you're probably going to get a call from your mom and get yelled at. Maybe. That has happened before. That has definitely happened before. Maple Dubs saying hi. Hello, Maple Dubs. Vivian Johnson, her birthday is the 30th of August. Alexa, remind me on August 30th to say happy birthday to Vivian Johnson at 8 a.m. No. You know what, Vivian Johnson? I'm not going to be in my apartment when that alarm goes off. So I might just forget it. Who's messaging me now? What is this? Oh. Hank Hills, Vivian's birthday is next week too. Won't say the exact date. Herman Huang is here. Herman. Rocking the double memberships. Herman Huang. Thank you. I've noticed some people are channel members and Patreon supporters. Clayton Crawford has like a Patreon and like 3 channel memberships going on as well. So unless you're just all a bunch of people who have the same names as one another, thank you so much, guys. Espero says, thanks, Johnny Stumbles. My Alexa is going to remind me too. Everyone's Alexa is going to tell them when it is when it's Vivian's birthday next week. Awesome. So apparently the last 5 minutes of Henry's live stream was like the amazing race. 11 hours. 11 hours. So is that Upstate New York Bob? That's Liam. That's Sapand. Do I also need your birthday as well? Maybe. One more birthday to not remember. Where's this amazing... Oh, we're still 12 minutes. This is like... Henry, are you nuts?
Yes, I think we will make it. We got... Hey, Bob! Bob!
They're yelling at... What are they trying to do here? What are we watching? Who can fill me in? We are in the last 5 minutes, I think. What are we watching? Where are they going? Wait till you see Ken running. Hey, there goes Ken! Why is Ken running? They have to reach Love Park before the 12 hours deadline. Why do they have to get to Love Park?
Okay, but you have to be there, Bob. I will eventually. Okay.
Okay, let me turn this up.
We've housed the duck. Oh, fuck.
Why do
Oh
they
my
have
God.
to do this? They have to put a duck inside the water?
Right here. Oh,
Why? Ken looks like
I
a
think we
pop
got a
punk
minute to
musician.
this fair. Holy crap.
Does the park close at midnight?
Oh. Can my friend check, please?
Apparently
Can my friend
YouTube
check,
restricts
please? I want
streams longer
Bob to
than
do
12
the honor.
hours.
Bob!
Oh, that's why it's 11 hours and 54 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna have to say my goodbyes real quick. I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna say a goodbye to all you, my friends.
Respect.
How long are we at now?
13,
How long we are?
14,
Bob, through the door.
9:14. You can check, can't you?
No, I have to leave the app.
No, you don't.
All right,
No, you don't. It's 11.
Here.
It's 11.
there it is.
There he is.
The launching of the
What are we watching?
the launching of the duck. Come on, get
Goodbye,
back.
duck.
Where's Marie Palmer and Brad Palmer in all of this?
Woo!
Yeah,
I think we did. I just.
we did.
Oh, 9 minutes left. Oh my God, I'm
9
so
minutes?
sorry.
How?
I was.
So that wasn't very amazing racist, race-ish.
No, that's behind.
They had
Look,
9
that's
minutes
behind.
to spare.
It's behind on Prism.
Ken said that Walking Man
It
dude
just-
was a combo of him,
No,
Johnny,
no,
and
trust
AK.
me,
Is
trust
that
me.
true? I don't know.
Jennifer and Ken made it with us. Ken,
Yeah, Ken's right there.
we saw we saw an example of Ken. You can see his whole body. Oh man, you can.
It's been Henry's goal to put the ducky in the pond. Thank you, Jeanette. Well, if you want to go see what that was all about. Wow, this one got a lot of views. This might be Henry's most viewed stream ever. 2.4K. Good stuff, Henry. 11. My streams basically go kaput after 90 minutes. This guy's streaming for 11 hours and 54 minutes. He also streamed from Fan Expo, which is pretty cool. He invited me out to Fan Expo on Friday. Unfortunately, I was busy that night. You'll see in a future upcoming video just what it was that I was doing. Jelly Bean, you're in the video as well? Who isn't? Am I the only one not in this video? Rimpification says so dramatic. Getting more messages about this video. Anyways, awesome stuff, Henry. Keep it up. Oh, I'm not subscribed to you with my fake Johnny Strides. There we go. I'll add that. I noticed Brad Palmer. You went live earlier today. I dropped in. I only could stay for a few minutes, but I wanted to say hi. But Brad went live in Huntsville at the docks. Huntsville, up in cottage country. It looks really, really relaxing, Brad. Awesome stuff. I think that's where you were when I dropped in. I think you were having your meal right here. And you've got some other videos going on. So show Brad some love. Check his channel out, Brad Palmer. He's up to 317 subs. Good stuff, Brad. Now, one thing, I've been getting some guff on one of my recent videos. Check this out. Oh, before I do this, I just remembered. You'll notice the thumbnail to this video is this, right? Let me take myself off. Let me remove my stupid face. But just before we went live, I noticed something. This is the beach in Barcelona. This is like a really old picture of me. Sometimes I'm too lazy to make new ones and I recycle them. You're welcome, Brad Palmer. Maple Dub says, have you been to Bancroft before? Well, guess what? This beach is a topless beach. And there was a topless person in my thumbnail, which I did not catch. So what I did was I helped them get a bikini. So can you guys spot the fake? Can you see which one is fake? One of these ladies, this chick here, she's almost topless, right? She's almost showing it all. But I'm scared to zoom in now in case is she topless? We can't really see. She might be topless. That girl right there. But we can't really see. But do you see the bikini I added? The bikini top? I noticed she was just bearing it all in the thumbnail. So I whipped out my mad skills and drew her a bikini. I thought that's worthy of giving myself a pat in the back. Just in case you're ever wondering why my thumbnails don't flex a lot of art or on the channel. Basically, you give me a modern, powerful computer, and this is what I can do. That is the peak Johnny. Aaron says classic side boob. Yeah, so I bet Jennifer Galla's got a big YouTube channel. I bet she's never had to use that level of supreme skill on a thumbnail before. Johnny Strides definitely won't be on Project Runway with that design. Hey, man, it saves me from getting back to Anthony. Why are you so offended? It's a picture of a beach. Ah, man, I thought that was funny. So I got to be careful because I did a beach walk. And there is some of this activity in the walk. And what happens, it's not against YouTube's terms of service. As long as it's not sexualized, you're allowed to show nudity. It's perfectly fine. But they're going to restrict your video. They're going to age restrict your video. So only people with accounts are going to be able to watch it. And only people over 19 are going to be able to watch it. It might even be 21, just based on whatever. And then you're going to be severely... So, instead of, let's say, a video made $200 in ad revenue, it's going to make, $10. So that's why it's kind of the kiss of death to do this type of thing. It's just not going to get many views, and the views it does get aren't... Basically, you just light the video on fire, unless it's, a work of art you don't want to, enter or mess around with. But, yeah. That's why I did that. I'm not looking to have this age restricted or demonetized or whatever could come up there. Aaron says, last time we went to San Diego Beach, the 30 seagulls abused us and tore a hole in the soda cup. Awesome. Herman Huang asking the real questions. At the risk of pushing Johnny's buttons, was the toilet paper over or under in Barcelona and Paris? Sadly, it was over. You'll notice in my hotel reviews, I've given up on turning the toilet paper and making it under and then reviewing the room as if they had it under to begin with. But anyways, another video I did that's actually kind of doing well. A lot of my stuff from overseas is really, really hit or miss, which is fine. I like making it. I like showing different stuff. But this one here, walking the world's most pickpocketed street. Everett Clendenin. Sorry if I mispronounced your last name, but $20 for your amazing editing skills. Thank you, Everett. Much appreciated.
For your amazing editing skills.
Next time, you need any type of like artwork or anything photoshopped, if you have any like nudity popping up into your art that you need covered up, you just message this guy and he'll take care of it. But thank you, Everett. Speaking of which, we met Patrick on a recent live stream who has done some of my artwork. And I've got some new art that I've been meaning to load up into merch. It was very nice meeting Patrick the other day. I met him on the Danforth. Why do we say the Danforth? It should just be on Danforth, right? It's kind of like, it's not the Ukraine, but you hear the Ukraine all the time. It's really just Ukraine. It's also Danforth, not the Danforth. But anywho, so I made this video walking the world's most pickpocketed street, La Rambla in Barcelona. The street also goes by the name Las Ramblas. And I got 2 DMs on Instagram with people that weren't very happy with me over this title. And I got an email, but there's also a few comments here. So this video is up to 21,000 views, so it's doing pretty well. Jenny K says, you watching Corner Gas? No. And Dennis, thank you to Dennis, $20 super thanks on the video. Thank you, Dennis. Jelly Bean says, adding additional clothes is an in-demand skill set. Indeed it is. But check out these comments. I refuse to accept that caption. It is misleading. Where in the world have you traveled that Ramblas is the most pickpocketed city? Keep in mind my title is Walking the World's Most Pickpocketed Street. So I'll forgive this person for calling Ramblas a city. This person says, if La Rambla is the most pickpocketed... Here, maybe I'll make this a little bigger for you. We'll increase the... If La Rambla is the most pickpocketed street in the world, according to your opinion, then I am sure you haven't traveled much. You should be very careful about the message you are posting in here. You have to be careful in La Rambla, and you have to make sure you can keep an eye on your personal belongings, but it is not a dangerous place. I never said it was a dangerous place, nor the most pickpocketed street in the world. I am a local here, and I work as a tour guide in the city, so I know what I am saying. So you're going to say that it's not the most pickpocketed place because you know what you're saying because you live there. Virginia Wedlake, $10 just because you deserve it. Love your videos. Thank you, Virginia
just
Wedlake.
Because
Thank
you
for the
deserve
10.
it. Love your videos.
Very, very much appreciated. You know what? This gin and Pepsi Zero combo is pretty awesome. I'm digging it. I won't show you my reply. This one says clickbait title, which is honestly nonsense. It shows that you don't live here if you think that. Okay, now, all I wrote was walking the world's most pickpocketed street. You know where I got that from? Multiple sources. Let's go to Google here. Hey, Google, what is the world's most pickpocketed street? But for this one, we'll be going for a walk along a street that's often been... Okay, so you're just actually... That's hilarious! Okay, so Google is using my description here. That's not what it said before. It's now actually using me as if I am some kind of authority on this. Now I am perpetuating this lie. Okay, Google, you're out. Let's go to Bing. Let's go to Bing. Come on, Microsoft. Bing, 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 Bing. Let's go, Bing. Why is Bing... My connection timed out to Bing.com. What is the world's most pickpocketed street? There we go. Las Ramblas. The place with the highest number of pickpockets is Barcelona's iconic Las Ramblas pedestrian walkway. During peak tourist season, it is super crowded, making it perfect for pickpockets. You know what? Every single list you will find online will lead you to this one answer. I don't know why Google... Let me try something. I don't know why Google did that. Let me hide my display here for a sec. Yeah, it's weird that Google is like giving me as if I'm like some kind of source. Okay. Look at this link. 7 places you're most likely to be pickpocketed and how to avoid it. The International Traveler. Number 1, Las Ramblas, Barcelona, Spain. Like, it's not like I didn't do my due diligence when I put that in the title of the video. Like, maybe it's not true, but it's like there's a lot of sources saying it is true, and there's really nothing. Janelle says try using... I'm in private browsing mode, so I'm not logged. I shouldn't be picking up anything here, but maybe we'll try incognito mode. New incognito window, google.com. But it's not like I'm making this up, or like I just needed like a clever title for the video, and it really is according to every single source I have seen. Like, anyways, no, using incognito mode didn't help. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, some people, I just went into Chrome and incognito. I'm a little careful using Chrome because it'll like, that's the browser I use. I'm not doing these live streams in a sandbox or anything, and I don't want to accidentally like overshare something I'm not supposed to. So that's why I'm in a private browser in Mozilla when I stream. It's just an easy way to keep everything separate and not accidentally like log into some account and show you my bank information by accident or anything like that. That's the reason why I'm in here. But okay, even if it isn't, like, there's enough here that I don't think that title is even clickbait. How can it be clickbait? Like, there's a million anyways, yeah. Yeah, let me close that. And I think I'm going to need another drink, actually. Here, how about we'll watch the start of this video while I go get another Pepsi. We'll have one more drink on the stream. One sec, guys. Hey people, it is Tuesday, August 8th. The time is 6:20 p.m. and the temperature here in Catalonia Square in Barcelona, Spain is around 28 degrees Celsius. Although they might as well call this Pigeon Square. And this is considered to be at the center or heart of Barcelona. But for this one, we'll be going for a walk along a street that's often been identified as the place where you're most likely to run into a pickpocket, and that is La Rambla, or Las Ramblas, as some refer to it as. And it should be somewhere just over in that direction. And La Rambla splits two popular neighborhoods. To the left of it, which should be over there, is the Gothic Quarter, considered one of the oldest parts of Barcelona. And on the right side is El Raval. I believe that would be the west side as I'm walking south. Yeah, we're back. Claudia M says, hey people, hey Johnny, hey Claudia, Sapand is here. Yeah, we're going with... And that's considered Another
One of
gin
the more
and
dangerous
Pepsi.
spots in town.
Okay, let me turn this volume down. We're going to move along from this stuff in a minute.
Where I'm heading to is very much tourist central. In fact, I was just there.
So you know I'm not cheating myself on the pour.
A rather large drink. And doing
It's
some
a
people
decent
watching
amount
and
of gin, I
taking
think.
things in.
Not really making a dent in this bottle, though.
That's a
We're going to have to
very
keep
nice
working on
tree-lined
this.
street. That's about 1.2 kilometers in length.
Robert Saberwall is here. Hello,
Cafes
Robert.
and
Welcome
restaurants,
to a gin and Pepsi Zero
and a lot
stream.
of shopping and tourist-oriented stuff.
What
And
are
you
all
should be
these?
just over there.
Hello, Silver Fox. Good evening to you.
And there is a metro station here.
Do you say good evening at
Catalonia.
8:42? I guess good, but you wouldn't say good night. Good night to you? That sounds weird. Janelle says, "Has anyone ever told you that you sound like a television host / presenter?" No. But thank you. I don't think I have what it takes to do that. Hey, I host my own little thing here. I just had something on the tip of my tongue, and I forgot what I was going to do. Oh, I thought of something else, though. So one of my favorite YouTubers is this guy, City Nerd. I've been following him ever since his channel was a lot smaller than mine, and now he is basically like dunking all over me. He's got 195K. He did a live stream today. He did a Q&A and top 10. Great urbanist channel. Another famous channel, I'm sure you've heard of it, dropped a new video. I saw this on Nebula like a few days ago. But his new video is Even Small Towns Are Great, 5 years in the Netherlands. So this was basically... Jellybean says he is hilarious. City Nerd, his like dry humor. Yeah, it's... What I was thinking of... Anyways, there was something... Yeah, both of these guys hate pickups, but not just Bikes dropped a video on like just basically making us feel bad in North America at how like urban and walkable and bikeable with excellent transit a lot of like smaller cities and towns have in the Netherlands. But cool video, a little bit different from his usual stuff, but that was cool. But for a counterpoint on that, I think these two talked. I think they knew what their next videos were because, the Urbanities video is you don't need to move to Amsterdam to be happy, which is like an excellent counterpoint to this video, which is basically I moved to Amsterdam to be happy. Like that's the theme of this video. Like, and I will never move to North America after living in Amsterdam because I'm so happy. And this video is like, no, not really. We're pretty happy in Montreal and we wouldn't move to Amsterdam. So pretty neat counterpoint. I think both videos, they're both awesome channels. I watch both of them. I just think it's funny that they kind of had such a similar theme or topic come out in the same week on both of their channels. Jellybean, tedious exploration of suboptimal land use. He delivers everything with like such a dry wit. But he was dead wrong on his most urbanist sports venues. Clearly, in all of North America, you have to say the Scotiabank Arena is the most urbanist sports venue in North America. It's like connected to Union Station. It's got subway, regional rail, airport rail, regional buses, countless local buses. Like, more people funnel through the building. It's just the most optimally located sports venue possibly in the world, at least in North America. Nothing even comes close. And he didn't put it at the top, anywhere near the top of his list. Anthony says even more than Rogers Arena in Edmonton and Scotiabank Centre in Halifax. Given the volume of people that pour through Union Station in Toronto, hands down. He also didn't give the Skydome its fair due either. I sense there's a little of American bias in City Nerd, but that's okay. He's American. JD says, hello, Johnny. Saw the short on the Megabus BMW accident. Can't believe the bus didn't even notice, or did he? You know what? I can, I don't accidentally want to overshare, but I edited that video out. So I've got the whole thing here. Where is it? Queen East. What's funny, you'll notice Ken's video today. Here, let me just pull this back up again. Display capture. Ken's video today was Fan Expo and the Jays, right? And my video was basically the same thing. He did his Friday, I did mine Saturday, but we both did like the same theme. But a few days ago, Ken posted a Queen Street East walk, and I did a Queen Street East walk. And I decided, when I saw his video, not to go ahead and post mine and wait a few days just so it would have a little bit of time between them. But this is that video. Oh, I wanted to like take this part of the streetcar out on the left and just do a little zoom. I got lazy and didn't do that. Maybe I'll re-edit this video. Yeah, that bothers me. I don't like that part of that was in the shot there. But this happened in my walk. Are you ready for it? I made a short, but we can play the whole thing here. So look south down Church Street. Watch this. That's a look south down Church Street. Look at the side of that BMW. That poor driver was just sitting there when this bus, like, just walloped it as it was turning. Yeah, I turned this into a short.
Whoa!
That is a tight turn for that Megabus.
And that guy got a kick out of it. And apparently these buses aren't even supposed to be on this part of Queen Street. Because if you look, the top of the bus is almost in like the streetcar wires, right? Like, look how high that is. I don't even think this is like supposed to be operating on this street.
It's barely clearing it.
And yes, we just heard the BMW running over. Listen again. Listen to this crunch.
That is a tight turn for that Megabus. It's barely clearing it.
Well, so we know the time of the Megabus, and we have the license plate here. I did call this into traffic services to report it. I just didn't bother to mention that in my short. And they were like, okay, we'll call you if we want the footage. I was like, okay. I did what I can do, I guess.
Oh. It actually crushed that BMW. And the bus is just taking off. CYDW342 BMW driver just got hit and run by the Megabus.
And then the Megabus just took off down
I
the
wish
street.
I had my camera focused on what happened, but the BMW is covered in blue paint.
Now, you may have noticed the BMW had a dealer plate on it. So hopefully that was not like someone's actual like personal vehicle. Yeah, I know I talk a lot of shit about like luxury vehicles and their drivers typically being assholes, but like still, that's someone's property or someone's vehicle. And they need that to get around. You shouldn't be Anyways, yeah, that pisses me off when anyone's stuff gets fucked with. Not to mention it's dangerous. So I just kind of stood there like...
And he's trying to chase down the bus.
Trying to see if the bus actually pulled over, which it didn't.
I was standing right there and missed a lot of it. I was trying to get a gaze looking south down Church Street.
Hello, James Pierce. Chris Mill says that's one
I'll go
unemployed
back
bus
and
driver.
see if I got the license plate for that bus.
You know what? If they lost their job because of this video, I wouldn't feel bad because, I mean, they should have just pulled over and owned up to it, right? Like, there's no way he didn't know what he did. There's no way he didn't hear that or didn't feel that, even in a big bus like that.
Although it shouldn't be too hard to pinpoint
And
the actual bus.
you can see, like, the reflectors from the BMW on the ground here. Like, quite a bit of it was knocked off. Lisa says it was a hit and run, nothing to feel bad. Yeah, like, even if it was purely accidental, like, that was such a, like, a bus, like, he never should have made that turn in the first place. Sorry, it might have been a she. I didn't actually see the driver, but they never should have
look at
made that
that.
turn.
Little bits left over from that BMW.
Anyways, yeah, that happened. So that video is coming up on the channel. Hey, look. The ugly guy is all over the screen again. Silver CS says, hey, all, and happy Sunday. Hello, Silver CS. Pinesel says, do you think the bus was en route with passengers? I couldn't see. Maybe, can we see passengers? That's a good
It
question.
shouldn't be too hard to pinpoint.
Because the passengers for sure would have known something was up, right? Let's see. Okay, so there's the dude driving the bus. It's way too tinted to see. This looks like a headrest, and that looks like a headrest. So at least those two seats aren't occupied. And I don't think Queen Street would be...
So look south down Church Street.
I don't think this street would be part of the route, actually, that a Megabus would follow. So he's probably going to a depot. Look at this. Bare headrest, bare headrest, bare headrest. Yeah, that might not even be, like, the normal bus driver, right? That might be just someone who, like, shuttles it from the terminal to the yard.
Whoa!
I don't see passengers
tight
on
turn
it.
for that Megabus. It's barely clearing it.
I don't see any movement. I just see bare headrests. I don't know if that's coming through on you guys' screen, but... Oh! And there is the damaged BMW. Yeah, so that happened. That's going to be in an upcoming video. So if you see a hit and run in the title of a video, it's not clickbait. It actually happened. But now we know why that Megabus just took off. Because if there were, like, people on it, they for sure would have, like, said something to the driver and spoke up. There's no way they just would have, like, pulled off. Lisa says maybe that's what emboldened him to keep going. Yeah, I think he just decided to play dumb and pull off, because if there were people on that bus, they would have let him know. And my apartment smells like skunk all of a sudden. I've got the door open to the balcony, letting the fresh air in, and that is definitely a skunk that I am smelling. Lisa says no witnesses. I'm a witness. I'm a witness. He didn't know there'd be some jackass with a camera walking around the corner, groveling to himself. But either way, it's possible that was a dealer plate. It's possible that was just like a dealer car. And Jennifer says not marijuana. No, this is like distinctively skunky. That's what I was trying to discern earlier. I was like, maybe that's just a joint, but no, that is the unmistakable smell of an actual skunk. Something I don't smell too. I have seen skunks though on the building property. But yeah, whoever that person was, like, please stop driving buses. You probably can't even drive a go-kart based on what we saw. Gordon says insurance doesn't cover hit and runs. Yes, it does under collision or all perils, but as a former insurance agent. But the thing is, if you don't identify the third party, you have to pay the deductible. So it's not going to go on your record as an at fault if your adjuster believes your story that you were hit and run. But you're going to have to pay your deductible, which is usually $500 or $1,000 on luxury cars. It's almost always at least $1,000 these days. So you have to pay that. It's going to go on your record as a claim, but it's not like a bad claim because you're not at fault, but you're going to have to pay the deductible. If you've identified the third party, then it usually goes under a DCA claim, direct compensation property damage, and long story short, same deal, but you don't pay the deductible. But yeah, if you don't have collision insurance or all perils insurance, then yeah, you're SOL on a hit and run. You're just out of pocket for the loss. But there's no way that BMW, especially with the dealer plate, would not have full coverage on it. So, yeah. Steven says, I would say the bus was turning wide to make the corner and sideswipe them, but why were they there in the first place? To me, based on the video, the BMW was already in the outer lane, so why wasn't the bus in the outer lane? And then normally you see a bus go wide and turn in. That bus was trying to make that turn from like the right lane, which makes no sense. Gordon says, I stand corrected. Yeah, it's possible they didn't have a collision or all perils, in which case hit and run would not be covered. The other thing with hit and run is if your vehicle was parked and it was hit and they took off, that's very easy. You just take a picture of it, be like, someone hit my car and took off. And then, but if it happens while you're driving, that's a lot harder for you to convince your insurance company that, hey, someone hit me and took off. You're going to have to get a police report. They're going to look at your damage. You're going to have to go to a collision reporting center. Your story's going to have to make sense. Insurance companies always want to try to F you at every step of the way, so they are probably going to try to do everything they can to make it look like you're at fault on that accident. Someone who worked for insurance companies, fuck you. They do not have your best interests at heart at all. I assure you of that as someone who was on the inside. They definitely want to try to get you to at least pay your deductible, but they always default to trying to give you 100% at fault, even when it's a clear as day hit and run. So always make the police report. Go on. Anyways, yeah, that's another story. Ain't nobody tuning in on Sunday night to listen to some idiot talk about car insurance, right? What's going on? What's this all about? You know what? I don't think there's anything going on. Oh, yeah, the Scarborough RT was supposed to be decommissioned this year, and I had all these plans to go out there and make videos of the stations and do a few last Scarborough RT transit videos, but a train was derailed. The TTC took it offline and then basically concluded that it's not worth our efforts to recommission the service just for like a few more months just to terminate it. So the Scarborough RT, without final notice, is dead. So rest in peace, Scarborough RT. We lost line. There's no line 4 in Toronto anymore. The real FU goes to Rob Ford, who killed all of our light rail projects that were fully funded, by the way. We had funding in place, but that POS of a human being canceled them all. So we are light years behind where we should be on transit. But anyways, Ontario Place's spa developer released new designs this week. They're trying to put lipstick on a pig with that. Doug Ford as proof voters get the government they deserve. This is an excellent article, actually. Forget Shoppers Drug Mart. What Toronto needs is more of its shops with local character. That is something I have talked about so many times in my videos, especially along Yonge Street. What we need, I honestly believe, is rent controls on commercial businesses, because they get screwed over. And then once their business becomes successful, commercial landlord can raise the rent to whatever they want. So they see that business is doing well and they can say, haha, F you business. And they can raise their rent to whatever they think that business can pay the next term. And then if that business, if it's like a desirable spot, if that business can't pay, no harm done. We'll just get a big generic corporate client to move in, like an A&W or a Shoppers Drug Mart or like a Subway sandwich or whatever. So yeah, we are basically losing a lot of small retailers and shops with a lot of character and replacing them with horseshit, basically. And the city itself is losing a lot of its character. Jennifer Gala says, I'm really impressed with the REM in Montreal. The stations are so futuristic. I'm sure the new Ontario line will be state-of-the-art as well. Yeah, there is... Right now in Toronto, we like to bitch and complain about things, and really the deck is stacked against us, especially if you look at all three levels of government and like the clowns running the show. Well, not so much the city, but we have the Finch LRT under construction, about to open very soon. We have the Crosstown LRT about to open at some point. We have the Ontario line under construction. We have the Scarborough subway extension under construction. We have the subway extension going north. We have funding for studies on Shepherd. Like, we have a lot going on in transit, not to mention like an entire rehaul of like the GO train system. Is like, it's a very exciting time from a transit perspective in Toronto, despite all the idiots funding these things. So yeah, Lisa says a lot in the pipeline. Yeah, indeed, there's like a lot to be excited about, which is amazing. Like, let's not think about what we should have. Like Eglinton West, there should be a subway line done. It should be connected to the airport. We can thank Mike Harris for killing that. Like, the best time to build transit is yesterday. The next best time is now. Like, it only gets more expensive. We have a complete street coming to Shepherd Avenue East, but it's like tragically just a short little stretch of it, right? That's where they widen the sidewalks, they add protected bike lanes, but it's almost not even worth talking about because it's such a short little stretch. Zapan says, can't wait for the Finch West LRT to open soon. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I'm looking for, I think they're running the Alston LRT vehicles on that, right? Not the Bombardier Flexicities. A massive tech festival is coming to Toronto next month. Is this really a picture of the tech festival? Is it that can't be BlogTO. That can't be. The Elevate Festival 2023. Why have I never heard of this? Is officially returning to Toronto for another jam-packed weekend full of panels, networking lounges, exclusive meet and greet opportunities, and can't miss after parties. Let's just skip to it here. Ticket sale. What? General admission, $350. This is a fan favorite. Whose favorite? This popular pass offers general access to Elevate Festival. All other passes build on what's already included in this pass. So the startup pass at $275 builds what's included in the general admission pass. Entry, what do you get for $350? You get entry to main stage, access to festival app. Ooh, I get to download an app. Personalized schedule builder. That sounds like homework. Searchable attendee list. Book signings with main stage speakers. Who? Access to Elevate After Dark, the official party of the Elevate Festival. Is that kind of like going to the disco on a cruise or a Caribbean resort where it's really just the saddest thing on earth? Opportunity to apply for one-on-one meetings with investors. Opportunity to pitch on the Elevate. Okay, so this is like for startups. This is like, it might actually be worth that value, but this is like a very specific thing. BlogTO, like, this is clickbait. A massive tech festival is coming to Toronto next month. It sounds like this big tech party, but really it's a very specific, narrow thing for people that Anyways, yeah, it's basically a non-story for 99% of the people. People call out Sobeys for ridiculous prices after another expensive find at Ontario store. Someone did a post on Reddit Toronto yesterday showing Dollarama prices versus Loblaws prices, selling exactly the same thing. And Loblaws was typically like double the cost of Dollarama for like Lucky Charms, for like granola bars, almost everything. Like, yeah. Lisa says it's also networking. Yeah, like that might actually be fair value for the people into that. But the way BlogTO is like putting it on their front page as if like it's this big massive thing that people are going to want to go to. I think, here's what I think happened. I think the organizers of this festival paid BlogTO for this placement, because this is not something with mass appeal. It's something with like a very niche, specific appeal. So I'm pretty sure my little theory, as I'm half drunk, is that BlogTO was paid off by that festival to put that article on the front page, because it makes no sense. Events like that happen all the time in the city, at like the Metro Convention Center or at the International Center by the airport. Like, it's not a big deal, right? But anywho, I'm putting it out there. I think they were paid off to run that. Lisa says, yeah, it's PR shit. Alongside a photo of two steaks on Sunday, one marked $80.50 and the other a whopping $91. Never have I seen steaks near this price, even at a fancy restaurant, just for the steak. Well, I have, actually. I mean, have you ever been to Ruth's Chris? Fresh AAA bone-in rib steak, tomahawk style. Ooh. Anything that means expensive, but $80.50. $91.29. Fresh AAA bone-in rib steak. Who is buying this? People that have the means to buy the steak aren't going home and like pan frying or like throwing it on the barbecue, right? They're going to Barbarians or Morton's or Harbor 60. They're going to a steakhouse. Who is grilling their own $91 steak? Naughty Brown, I saw 2 steak frites and a bottle of Prosecco for 34 pounds. Who is doing this? Who is your target market, Sobeys? What I think this serves the purpose, and then you see like the blade steaks for like $20, and you're like, that's a good deal in your mind relative to this. Who's buying this? What are these comments? Can I see Twitter or X comments? I have to log in? No, fuck you. I'm not logging in. Some toxic social media platform. Anyways, yeah. Are there comments here on BlogTO? No, they disabled them. Quite a few people are noting in this specific case, though, the steak in question, a very large AAA grade tomahawk, would always be pricey luxury. And that people shouldn't be complaining about it not in their budget. Yeah, but $90 for a fucking supermarket steak? Are you nuts? And if you were into that type of thing, you'd be going to a butcher, wouldn't you? At least, like, who's going to their Sobeys and buying a $90 steak? Toronto is about to get a new type of intersection, unlike any it's seen before. A major intersection in downtown Toronto is about to get a complete redesign that will mark a first for the city, and thus, unfortunately, bound to confuse at least some road users when it finally opens. Bloor Street West between Avenue and Spadina at the corner of Bloor and St. George will be completely revamped in the Dutch style, that is, with greater prioritization of cyclists and pedestrians. This makes sense because Bloor Street is a major bike corridor and St. George Street is kind of like a secondary bike corridor, right? So we have dedicated bike lanes. So when you're at the light, you know what is really, really good about this? If you're going to take anything away from this, we've got curb protection here, right? There's a curb here. So vehicles turning right are forced to go like wide and round. That what this does is it slows them down and it makes them look around. It's called a traffic calming measure. So it takes away that conflict that they can't just like slip their way through. So if you're here, if you're a vehicle and you're turning right, you have to go like nice and wide around this concrete barrier, which is protecting cyclists and pedestrians. So that's an excellent design. Hopefully, we see a lot more of this. That whole area is dug up and under construction right now. I'm going to go back to this. Well, you know I'm going to be back in this intersection. And I'm going to go check this out in person once it's open. But I think that is awesome. And that is something we need a lot more of. Ian says, can the Megabus make that turn? What the Megabus would have to do is swing left here and go super wide around it, which is usually what we see giant vehicles like that do. Naughty Brown says, be careful. But ideally, with this intersection, we can afford to be less careful. We should never be less careful, but this should afford us that luxury. I'm not going to read the whole article. Giant crowds lined up for grand opening of new Toronto IKEA because, of course, they did. Yes, there's a new urban format IKEA at the old Eaton store in Scarborough Town Centre. This might be the cheapest detached house in Toronto right now. I think that's like $600,000 around the... I saw another article on this. The Corso Italia area. There's a huge 3-day Asian food festival and carnival coming to Toronto. Where's that? The Asia-licious Carnival. Okay, now we're just getting lazy with the names here. 2023 is officially returning to Toronto for another weekend full of entertainment, performances, and delectable treats that will showcase the diversity of Asian culture. Where is this? Where is this Asia-licious? Which is set to take place in the south parking lot of Woodside Square Mall. I don't even... What is Woodside Square Mall? Sorry. A lot of people assume I'm some kind of authority on Toronto, when in reality, I don't know shit like most people. Where is Woodside Square Mall? Where is that? Oh, that's like the one of these peanut things. I've looked into doing a video in this mall before. That is far. Eglinton Station. So if I want to go to the Woodside Square Mall parking lot, it's going to take me 59 minutes. Jelly Bean, $10 wrecked. Thank you, Jelly Bean. Cheers. Much appreciated. Thank you for the super chat. Let me pump some little hearts. Oh yeah, there we go. Pumping the reactions. Thank you, Jelly Bean. Harjot says, how's your e-bike doing? The e-bike is doing well. Hopefully, I might go out and do a live stream on it tomorrow, actually, Harjot. Thanks for asking. So I need to take the subway up to Finch. Then I need to hop on this like super long bus and go very deep into Scarborough. And we're going to be at this mall here. Why have a street festival when you can have your festival in the parking lot of a mall? Oh, well, at least it's a better use for that space than cars, but Scarborough, you deserve better. You deserve so much better than what this city has. Like, look at this. Blech. Not... If people wonder why I don't make enough videos walking around these parts of the city, that's because this is like literally what it is, right? I would have maybe -2 viewers if I focused on this type of place. Lisa says, LOL, have a good night, YouTuber. Later, pals. Good night, Lisa. Whose Jaw says the street looks very sad. Yeah, like, I don't want to knock it because Scarborough is Toronto. But, like, this is Finch Avenue. This is a major street. Like, it's fun. Every once in a while, I do go out to these areas, and I do a live stream. And we have a lot of fun. But if I went here all the time, people would tune out. There's just nothing to look at and nothing to see. Anthony says, yeah, because there's not much to see in Scarborough. Yeah, like, this is Finch Avenue. And, like, what are they building? Like, just a fence in people's backyards and a sidewalk? Like, how not to plan anything ever 101. And this is why Not Just Bikes makes the videos that he does, right? Anyways, what else is going on in Toronto? Al Capone once had a rumored secret hideout in Toronto, and this is a story. Neat. New Toronto bar accused of homophobia and discrimination in viral video. A relatively new Toronto bar that's received an influx of one-star reviews during its first few months in operation is now being accused of having homophobic and discriminatory policies. Accused is a way of saying, hey, reserve your judgment. Isabel's is a cocktail bar in a chic, retro-feeling space above Belfast Love near King and Portland Streets. I've actually been to Belfast Love. And is owned by the same controversial restaurant group as its downstairs neighbor. The clubgoer took to TikTok to share how he was not allowed in the space with his small purse, despite the fact that friend he was with was permitted to bring hers. So this is a TikToker.
And queer. And I like to wear feminine clothes sometimes. So welcome to this conversation that I'm about to have with you. You don't have to say anything. I'm just going to talk. I went to a club last night in downtown Toronto called Isabel's, and they have a dress code or style guide for men and for women, as if this is 1949. And I was wearing this. It's smaller than my head.
If I have one takeaway from this, it's that vertical video is stupid.
And
so far.
This purse, okay? It's a purse. Yeah, it's a bag. It has one compartment, and it had 4 things in it. And my friend, who is a woman, walked in with her purse, completely normal, and I was following through after paying my $20 cover, $20 a head, by the way, for this place. Yikes. Really? Okay. Following through, and I was swiftly stopped by secondary security saying that, sorry, sir, you need to check this bag. And I went,
all right, so double standards, or much worse than that. It seems as if he wasn't welcome in this place because he had a bag not unlike what his female friend had. I've actually heard of this story. Moral of the story, don't go to douchebag bars and douchebag clubs. Obviously, they were trying to do their best to tell this guy that he's not welcome there, which is total bullshit. Like, I've seen, like, if you go to Thailand and you want to go into a temple, they will have a different dress code for men and for women. And, like, it's kind of understandable. They're like, women have to cover their shoulders and, like, men have to wear this or that. And, like, this is, like, steeped in tradition. It's not the same thing. This is a bar on King Street, you fucking idiots. Just let this guy in. Like, who's he? A bag is a bag. Who cares if it's a guy, a girl, or someone who identifies as whatever? It doesn't matter. It sounds like they're trying to curate their crowd and discriminate against this guy. So yeah, fuck you, Isabel's above Belfast Love. That's my takeaway from this. And they deserve all those 1-star reviews, providing this is true. It's an allegation, right? We don't know it's true, but we pretty much 100% know it's true. Like, dude, if I owned a bar, you'd be allowed to come in however you please. But yeah, they're trying to curate like an image and a crowd, and it's kind of disgusting that they would do that. Anyways, I can't be very articulate on this as I'm a little bit drunk, but You get the idea. New Toronto bar accused of homophobia and discrimination in viral video. Let's close that. Anyways. Toronto thunderstorm leaves one teen dead after venturing into a local drain park. Yikes. Matt Bros says, I prefer Queen West and Queen East beaches anyways. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of cool people that go out on King West and just want to like generally have a good time and hang out, and they're not douchebags. It's just that's not really what I've seen and experienced on King West. Seems to be a particular crowd there that, I mean, yeah. Toronto is so expensive that people are choosing to return to war zones over living here. Ontario restaurant owner dies 1 week after violent. Wasn't that up in yeah, that was somewhere far away, but that's a very, very sad story. Anyways, let's move on from this. Pinesoul says, personally, I think Ossington is a safe bet. Yeah, that type of bullshit would not be happening on Ossington or like just about anywhere else in the city, right? I think there's just like a douchebag magnet somewhere emanating from like King West that draws in a particular crowd. There's a huge, yeah, we already looked at that. City guesser. Nah. All right, so it's 9:23. I have a few quizzes here. What do you want me to do? I'll do one of them, and then we'll call it a night. How's that? How many? Oh, the stream's up to 173 viewers. Awesome. So I'm going to put up a poll. We'll do one. We'll do the... Oh, God. This is not good. I can barely type now. I had a drink just before the stream, and now we're doing this, and I still gotta set tomorrow's video. The impulsive test. You're gonna vote on which one I'm gonna do, and that's what I'm gonna do. The etiquette test. Uh-oh, I might get in trouble for this one. And what's this one? The risk test. Ooh, I like it. Alexa, remind me poll results in 90 seconds. And when 90 seconds are done, we're going to do one of these tests based on what you vote. Let's see. Voting is underway. 36% voting. Oh, no, it's already changing. Jenny K says, suck it up, Buttercup. I love that saying. I love it when Alexa's like, womp womp. It's like, what you said to me was inappropriate. Womp womp. Johnny, go home. You are drunk. I can't read, Alejandra, I can't read the rest of your message because there's like a heart emoji just hovering over it. I need to wait. You are at home. I need to disable these reactions for my streams. They are very, very annoying. Yeah, so tomorrow, I want to do a live stream. I also have some more Spanish videos from Spain to get up. I've got one of the Sagrada Familia and a metro ride in one I need to upload, or I need to publish. I have one of the Gothic Quarter in El Raval I need to publish. I've got the Barcelona airport, and I've got the hotel review. So I've got 4 of those to go, and I've got 3 videos from Toronto on deck. But sadly, I don't have one of them ready for tomorrow. So we're going to have to get that one ready after this. So I'm going to try not to get too drunk. Or what I'll do is right after the stream, I'll finish that video off and then I'll keep getting drunk. Colette says, oh, nice. Yeah, I think I'll do, maybe tomorrow we'll do the Sagrada Familia and the Barcelona metro ride. I've got to get these Barcelona videos uploaded. And one of them, I think I'm going to make an exclusive video for channel members and Patreon supporters. Jellybean says, can we speak Spanish in the chat? Sure. This is Johnny Stumbles. There's no rule against that. Go ahead and speak Spanish. That's fine. Tracy says, Sagrada Familia was undescribable. It, honestly, like, I'm not a religious person, but it was the most spectacular building I've ever been in my life. Like, mind blowing. Like, on the outside, it's cool. It's like a top 100 building on the outside, but on the inside, it's like a top 1 of 1. There's nothing that comes close to it. Especially, I was there just as like the sun was at like its peak angle to hit the stained glass window, and it was just angelic. Is that a word? Can I say that about a building? Colette says hola. Naughty Brown says paella. Jelly Bean says asking for a friend. Are we talking? Are we speaking Espanol? Sacapuntas? Does that mean anything to anyone? Jenel says what time tomorrow? 9 a.m. EST. Tracy says I can't believe they're even done building it. Well, they lost the original architecture blueprints for the building, right? And then it's been in the hands of like a dozen architects since Gaudi died. Boom Production says all Mondo es loco. Okay, are we Alejandra? Are we speaking exclusively Spanish now? Let me try to say something in Spanish for you. Let me mute this.
These are the top results.
No, I wanted you to translate that. What the hell? Okay, give me 1 sec. It looks like we're going to be doing the etiquette test, by the way. English to Spanish. Okay, let's see.
No puedo hablar español, pero sé que sabes que soy muy guapa. No puedo hablar español, pero sé que sabes que soy muy guapo.
Does that make sense? Did I just say a thing in Spanish via my phone? The etiquette test. It looks like we're doing we already had 69 votes. That is the most optimal number to end the stream on. Jellybean laughing. Alejandra says lol. I guess my Espanol is okay. Okay, we're going to do the etiquette test. Are your manners perfectly suited for living at Buckingham Palace or on Old MacDonald's farm? Let's find out. Let's do the etiquette test. You find out that a friend is dating someone from your past. You dated him or her before meeting your friend. He or she, just put they, wants to compare notes on this person's sexual habits. Do you spill the details? So I find out that a friend is dating someone that I used to bang, and they want to compare notes on the person's sexual habits. Do I spill the details? I'm no longer with this person? Sure. And you're my friend. You're my friend, right? That's the key word. You're not a stranger on the street. You're my friend. So yeah, I'll share that. Your friend has invited you to dinner. When you call to ask if you can bring something else, for example, a dessert or drinks, they say, no. Do you bring something anyway? Am I going to their house or a restaurant? If I'm going to their house, yes, I bring something. If I'm going to a restaurant, no, I bring my credit card. Am I the only one thinking this question is lacking more detail? I'm going to say your friend has invited you to dinner. I'm going to say your friend has invited you over to dinner. In which case, yeah, I'll bring some shit. Have you ever snooped in on someone's medicine cabinet? No. I want to say no. That sounds like something I would do. Like victimless crime, right? Who's going to know? But no, I haven't. You are seated in the middle of a long row in the opera. You have to pee pretty badly. What do? I fucking get up and go to the bathroom and not come back because it's the opera. Why am I at the opera? whisper excuse me to every person in my row and go to the bathroom? So you're going to say excuse me to every single person? Wait until the intermission or wet myself. Where is the answer? Where is like, I'm going to just get up and go there and assume people are going to know what's going on and like shuffle their knees out of the way so I can do the walk of shame to the bathroom. But I guess I have to whisper excuse me. I'll say excuse me once, but I'm not going to be like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. I'm not going to say it to every person. But also, Naughty Brown says I have a weak bladder. Yeah, like I sit in the aisle seat of airplanes exclusively because I want to go when I want to go. Your fiance dumped you a year ago. You're still single when you get a wedding invitation to his or her marriage. What the fuck? What do you do? Decline but send a gift? Show up with the hottest date I can find? Send a sarcastic congratulations card? Oh, I love the last two. Sorry, can I make this more clear here? I think Windows is doing something with the font. I'm going to try to show up with the hottest date I can find. But I love the send a sarcastic congratulations card. There's no chance in hell I am declining but sending a gift. I'm going to show up with the hottest date I can find. And I'm not going to bring a gift. But I'm going to eat the fuck out of whatever you're feeding me. The phone rings during sex. Do you answer it? I'm going to check the caller ID and decide. But really, like, the only reason my phone rings these days is if it's like I want a free cruise or like I have a DHL package that I need to go pick up in Chinese for some reason, right? Those are the only reasons anyone ever calls anymore. Like, no. Do you use the express line, I said lane, express line at the supermarket when you have more than 10 items? No, but I think it is acceptable if you are within one or two of like the limit that you can do that, right? Like if it's like 10 items or less and you have 11 items, like that's reasonable. If you have 12, okay. If you have 13, fuck off. You're a shitty person. So, but no, I don't. I'm not gonna be that guy going to the express lane with like way too many things. So I'm gonna answer no. But I think 11 or 12 is okay. I think 11 or 12 is okay. Picard says, but machine has a max limit at 10. Yeah, but I'm assuming this is a human manned express lane. I think self-checkouts should be limited to 10 people, Mike T, or 10 items. Have you seen people try to use the self-checkouts? It's like a lowest IQ competition. Like there's so many times where I'm just standing there where I'm the next person in line and I'm looking at all the people like trying to check stuff out. And there's like a lady with like a baby and she's letting like the baby scan every item one by one. And you're like, oh, fuck off. And then there's someone just standing there. It's like, I need help. And they're like looking around. And then there's like someone who's done. They've completed the checkout process, but they are like slowly putting everything into like their backpack as if like they have no fucking clue that there might be people waiting. Like, I'm always the person that I'm just sitting there like dumbfounded at how bad people are at self-checkouts. Like you should have to get a license. You should have to pass a test, right? And you have to show that like I am self-checkout certified. I will get through this thing and know what I am doing. Like that's just my opinion. I don't think 80% of the public is up to the task of checking out their own stuff. You're just not. I don't mean to offend you guys, but you're just not. You should have to have a license to do that. Would you let someone go into a bathroom stall knowing there was no more toilet paper? Where is the answer? I would let them know. Like, I'm a decent person. If I came out of a stall and someone was going in and there was no paper in there, I'd be like, yo, heads up, there's no paper in there. So would you let someone go into a stall knowing there was no more toilet paper? The answer is no. I'm not going to stop them. I'm not going to like stand there and be like, dude, you can't come in here. Sorry, there's no toilet paper. I'm not going to let you in here. What if they're prepared? What if they've got a bunch of tissues in their pocket, right? But the answer is no. I'm going to let them know. I'm going to, yo, buddy. No. Have you ever hung up on a family member? I don't think I have. Naughty Brown says carry wet wipes. How wet wipes? I guess after the dry wipes, maybe a little cleanup wet wipe. Have you ever hung up on a family member? No. Have you ever farted and blamed it on someone else? Fuck yeah. That's like guy code. You have to do that. Even jokingly, you have to do that, right? As long as there's that seed of doubt, you're good. Boom Production says Johnny's rage, toilet paper the wrong way. I agree. Bad bike lane, self-checkout idiots, and most things Rob Ford. Again, I agree. My score is 65. While you're probably not ready for dinner at Buckingham Palace, you do manage to follow at least some of society's rules. Awesome. I'll let you guys read this. I'm going to go to the bathroom. We might do one more quiz. How does that sound? Should we do one more quiz? How many viewers are we at right now? Normally I have my laptop set up here. We're at, yeah, okay, we'll do one more quiz, but I'll let you guys read this. I'll be back. Did I miss any good chats? All right, so what was the second most voted option here? The impulsive test, 26%. So we're gonna do the impulsive test. Yes, I washed my hands, by the way. They smell like Aesop soap. The impulsive test. Carpe diem is a good motto to live by, and it certainly keeps life exciting. Are you a spur of the moment person? I don't know. By the way, tomorrow's video, title and thumbnail might be trash. I haven't done them yet. And I have an itch to go play PGA 2K3 on my PS5. I just really want to go play some golf, but I have work to do. Jenny Kritzkamp says, seize the day, Johnny. I must have already started this test in a previous. Oh well, start over. The impulsive test. You've been dating someone for a year. Ooh. And you are madly in love. On a romantic vacation in Hawaii, your significant other suggests you tie the knot right then and there. Do you do it? Anthony says, wait, we did this quiz in a past live stream. Boo. Boo. You meet someone attractive on a business trip, but you're in a committed relationship. Do you throw caution into the wind and make it the most sexually memorable business trip ever? No. Did we already do this? You're offered a job that will triple... I don't think we did. Jellybean says just... Okay, let's skip it. What was the next one? What was the next one? We're not going to redo it. We'll do one more test because I promised. The risk test, 23%. All right, we're doing the risk test. This one, I know we didn't do. Colette says do the risk one. Do the risk one. Okay, we're just going to jump in. Remember those robot rap battles we had before? I do remember those. You have the miraculous opportunity to learn what your future holds. However, what you find out could be devastating. Would you still want to know? Here's the thing. Butterfly effect. If I have knowledge of what's coming, that has changed everything that's coming because nothing's going to be the same because I have that knowledge, right? So this is a stupid ass question. But if I have the miraculous opportunity to learn what my future holds, what if my future's like, you will meet and fall in love with a billionaire on that trip in whatever XYZ country in 5 years from now? Like, you've just fucked with me mentally so much that that's not going to happen now. I'm not going to be able to make it. So, no, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Because, no. You're on a long-awaited romantic getaway with your significant other. It's on a remote tropical island where modern conveniences are not available. You realize you forgot protection. Do you abstain from sex? Guys, I know this is not like a PG rated stream or a PG-13 rated stream, but this is not appropriate. I'm just going to say this is not appropriate. I'm going to answer no. You have always dreamed of having strippers at your bachelor or bachelorette party, but your insanely jealous fiance has forbidden it. It's your last night of freedom. Do you risk the possibility of your fiance finding out and hire the strippers? Pretty sure I can go without the strippers. No, I would very much like the next 50 years of my life to be not bad. So I'm going to not go for the strippers. No. You're fooling around with what is this? This is supposed to be the risk. What kind of risk is this? This is a very specific kind of risk. I did not sign up for this. You're fooling around with the person you've been dating for 6 months and really want to suggest a very alternative sexual activity. What do you do? We've been dating for 6 months. Let's hold off. You are offered $1 million in cash to transport a suitcase of illegal narcotics across the country. What do you do? Across the country? Like, not across borders, across the country? Head straight to the bus terminal. Take the money and give half of it to a friend who will do it for me. Refuse immediately. I'm going to take the money and give half of it to a friend who will do it for me. And I'm going to make them swear not to rat me out. That is my answer. Janelle says don't do it. Are you willing? Hey, it's not crossing borders. It's crossing the country. That's going to happen anyways, right? You can take that on a VIA train if you want. Are you willing to be a civilian passenger on the space shuttle? The space shuttle has been decommissioned. That shit doesn't fly anymore. You're going to have to like on SpaceX. or like Virgin space. Like, no, there's no more space shuttles going into space. Who wrote this question? No, I'm not trusting some like rickety old ship that's going into space. Those things like blow up in the best of times. No. Would you leave your child alone in a car in order to flirt with someone in the parking lot? How far away am I from the car? If I'm within like 2 stops and I can keep an eye on the car, yeah, that's fine. If I'm like on the other side of the parking lot, no. I'm just going to say no. It's like you're going to end up in the newspaper if you start leaving your kid alone in parking lots, right? Do you drive without a seatbelt? No. Anthony says, what kind of stupid question is that? Let's rephrase that, Anthony. What kind of stupid questions are these? All of them. Almost every single one of these is stupid. Would you undergo an experimental surgery to correct a lifelong limp if there was a 25% chance that the surgery could leave you paralyzed? No. I don't even know how... I was like... At first, my reaction was, how severe is the limp? And then my reaction is like, no. That is too... No. What kind of... This is just a stupid question. But no, it's not worth the risk. Pinesel says these questions are too much. Yes, they are. Have you ever had sex when your parents were in the next room? No. Your score is 20. Your motto is better safe than sorry. You're not the type of person who throws caution into the wind. All right, we've had enough. I've still got some work to do. I would very much like to go back to this bottle of gin. Hey, why is my arm cut off right here? I'm pretty sure I can... Yeah, there we go. More of the arm. I can like make half of... Do you like half of my face? I think half of my face is probably better, right? If I stay right here, you only have to deal with half of it. But I'm going to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Viewers, Boom, Naughty, Who's Jaw, Jellybean, Happy Go Lucky One, Anthony, Crikey, Sheena, Picard. Thanks to everyone who sent support. You guys are awesome. I really, really mean it. Thanks to our mods for doing their good work. Vivian Johnson, Sheena Roberts, and all the other mods. Were those the only 2 in here? But I'm going to bounce. I've got a car to pick up Tuesday morning. I've got a bunch of videos to get ready. Jellybean, Chris Mills, Janelle York, Boom Productions, Fifi Connie, Stephen Collins. I see a lot of channel members and Patreon supporters in here. Awesome. Anyways, guys, I am out. I am drunk. I still have work to do. I want to play a lot of golf online. If you have PGA 2K3 on PS5, you might run into me in the online lobbies tonight. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. I will... I don't have my laptop with me. I don't have the end stream button. And we're at 154 viewers. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you're not subscribed to Johnny Strides, go over there. That's the real channel. This one's just for shits and giggles, but they're fun shits and giggles. Anyways, have a good night, guys. Yoink.